There we go. Go ahead. Got it.
Okay, so this is Euro USD. So I was charting this with I charted this like a couple of days ago. I took off all the my drawings just so you guys can see. So obviously, um, what was this? 5 o'clock this morning, Euro USD took a dump, right? And so if you just glance at it, you see the clear as day, the big ass gap that it left this morning. So obviously you can see I was drawing in this this is the 1 hour. And so in the 1 hour time frame, the gap is this large. So when I saw that this morning, um, I was like, okay, let me go into the lower time frame because I don't trade on the 1 hour. I trade on the lower time frame. And so when you glance at it, you can I really don't even need this many boxes, but I did that just because I was in the lower time frames. When you see it more clear like this. And so now when I obviously during all of the trainings, I was like, look at all of the gaps. Not only that, there's so much liquidity on this right here. And so you can see it right here. You can see the gaps right here. And so obviously when I saw that the sell liquidity was taken right here with this this candle right here, I waited for the market structure shift, which was right here. It came down, touched hold on, let me see. I do this in a 2 minute, so let me just remove this so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So I saw that not only did they take the sell liquidity right here, but they also took it again right here. So when I saw that this wick went below the second layer right here, I was like, okay. And so then it broke market structure shift right here. It came back down to this gap right here that it created when it broke structure with this candle. So I got in right here when this wick and it was like the perfect ass entry, I'm not gonna lie. And so once
I got a question for you.
huh?
I got a question for you. My eye ain't that good. How do you tell if that's a market structure shift right there? I'm new.
Um,
That's why I'm asking. My bad.
because all of there's pretty much equal highs right here. Hold on. There are a lot of equal highs right here. And I did the line right here. This is a lower low to this one, right? And so it came up. This is the highest high right here, or the most recent high, I should say that. And then it
Okay.
broke structure right here. Then I went back to the candle. It closed above that, and then I waited until it came back into this little. Let me see. Make it bigger for you guys. I waited until it came back into this gap right here. You can see that gap right there. It's
Oh yeah, I
very like,
see.
and so then I got in right here on this candle, and I knew that it was gonna. So I got in. Yeah, it was actually at noon, or around 1 o'clock actually. So in one of these candles, I got in this little area, and so I said at least around noon, it's gonna touch at least this first gap area that I drew right here. And so I just waited, and then about 2 hours, it shot up right here. And because I started to see these wicks in here, I was like, okay, I'm done for the day because I didn't want to be in the market all day. It didn't actually, it's still like trading in this zone. This is where it currently is right now. So honestly, it was just like the perfect setup today. I wasn't even drawdown. So that's my trade for the day.
Okay, I got another question for you. Why was you looking to buy?
Um, because not only if you go back in history, this area is, oh, and that's another thing. Let me hide my drawings. This was a a higher time frame for our liquidity grab as well. And so in this area on the February 23rd and March 8th, it came right here in reverse. So when I saw that too on the 4 hour as well, that was another confluence. When I saw that this was not only a liquidity grab on the 1 minute time frame, so it was as well on a 4 hour time frame. So, and in the 4 hour, there's this big ass gap right here that it wants to go fill. So probably all of next week will be trying to fill this gap. You see that? So like right here.
Yeah, I see what you're doing. All right. Not
Yeah.
so you mean to tell me you knew where you was at on the chart?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yes.
So
Because this is the thing. When I told you I was like teaching or talking to one of my friends or whatever. I've been looking at your USD since the 10th, so I knew where I was also as well. Like it was like it took liquidity right here in this run up, and then it just dropped, took that liquidity, so it's gonna go back up and take this liquidity. So it's just ping pong, you know. But yeah,
okay,
that's really it.
okay,
I think it's gonna come back up here. Take this liquidity now because all
okay.
these people are in money right here on the 4 hour.
So you mean to tell me you bought because price was at a discount?
Yes, it's at a great discount still. Yes,
Oh, okay,
and
okay,
I'm watching it still.
okay. That's nice. And what pair is this?
This is Euro USD.
Okay, that was a nice breakdown. So what was that risk to reward on that? So you still holding that trade?
No, so it was a let me see. It was a 2 to 1, or actually it was a. Let me see. I actually don't want to open that on this because you're recording, but it was a. Actually, I can do it right here. Let me suck in. So I was about to open my actual MetaTrader, but um. Oh, I hate when. Let me just delete everything and start over. And so I got it over here. So this is like right there. So it was a 3 to 1. Yeah,
Okay, that's a good risk to reward.
yeah. It was a great trade today. This was like yes. But that's about it. That's
Okay,
about
that
it.
was nice. That was a nice breakdown.
Any questions?
Uh, yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Okay, awesome. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen then.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll show y'all what I was get to. This is what I was looking at today for the YM. I waited all day today for this buy right here. This discount buy right here. When I was looking at it, price was like down here, just going sideways. I went, I was like, shoot, let me go make me something to eat. So when I left, went in the kitchen for about 25 minutes. I came back, look at the chart. You know, you see it consolidation. You see these we push down. You see these little lows right here. We got that push down. We got our stop run. Now I'm waiting for a market structure shift. Boom, I got it right there. You see that? Go to the line chart. You see this little short term high right here? So price slam down, swept these lows. What's this below lows is retail support. You know, all these retail traders they buying right here. So if they buying, oh not the line. Let's see here. So the retail traders, if they buying that support, every time prices come to this line, they buying. It come down, they buying. It come down. Where would they put their stop loss? They SL right below the low one. Well, that's 90% of the traders. That's what they do. And then price, big money, they know that. So these people here, they had the direction right, you know, but they weren't patient enough for big money to show themselves in the market. So big money, they're gonna, force you out your buy position. They're gonna get you on the wrong side of the trade, and they're gonna take the trade the other way, into the intended direction that you had it going up. So you see this red candle right here. You see this red candle right here. That's the candle that stopped the retail traders out to our left. Stopped them out right here. Now I'm waiting for a market structure shift. So this candle went down, stopped them out. We went up, we came down. Now we got that market structure shift. You see that? Let me go to the line chart for the untrained eye. See where I got this little blue line at? That's a little short term high. You need to see the lowest one being broken, not this one up here. You're gonna miss the trade. Not that one up there. You want to see the lowest one being broken. Price to the right, you want to see the body close above it. Not no little wick. So boom. So once I saw that, but it had already played out. Let me delete this. See that? Now you gotta ask yourself, the price leave a gap? It was right here on that green counter right there. So you see the next counter when it opened up right here, it went up, slammed down, and then it closed. So you can play anywhere in this blue area, but your stop loss has to be right below the low. Horizontal line right here. Put your SL right there. So when price came back to this gap, when I came back, it had already price had already it had already ran. Look, it just kept going. I came back 25 minutes later. It was up here. I was like, oh man, I done missed. I've been waiting on this all day, and it done messed around and took off. So I was waiting for it, so I drew my fib about. Let me do it again. So I drew my fib about. Uh, so it was like where we came from, where the price stop at. So we stopped right here. So I was waiting for price to come below that 50% in order for me to play, because I'm very big on buying low and selling high. So when I came back from making me something to eat, I was like, okay, it left this little area still open, this little gap right here, even though it had already played right here on that whole green candle. I missed the whole move. I was like, God damn, I've been waiting on it all day. So I was like, this little area is still open. So I was waiting for it patiently to see if it'll come back below that 50% right here. So and then it just you know I thought it was gonna break down and come back, but it just kept shooting on up. I was like, God damn, okay. So that was the play. That was the buy for the day. And I've been waiting on it. And then just, nice sniper interest. And then look left. I had already had these blue areas marked up right here at the top. See these little wicks? retail resistance. I had already had these little highs marked up. As price was creating these tops and just breaking down. When it came down to that discount, I was looking for a buy. But when I had left, it already left without me. I was like, God damn, I thought it was breaking down right here. You see my cursor? I thought I was gonna come back down and let me get in. But then look at it, it just shot our wheel to the moon. I was like, God damn, you gonna do me like that? Why you? But the uh the target was these gaps on the 1 hour. I'm zooming in so you can see these blue areas that I got drawn out. Those areas are still open. See, I did all that surgery down here on a smaller time frame. See where I got my blue box at? My entry would have been way down here. You see, we on the 1 hour. Boom, ran out all these highs. We filled in this gap right here, so I can take this blue box off. So that area has. Let me show you this. This area right here, buyers have been offered in this candlestick. Now these two candlesticks right here are still open. These gaps right here. All the gap is, it's a one-sided market, just all sales, all sales, all sales. And when price, get to a cheap price, like at a discount, when it turns around, it's gonna come back and fill in these areas, take all this liquidity back away. You know, that's how you need to look at the market. But yeah, that area got filled in. So these are the targets right here. But the entry was on the 2 minute. I like the 2 minute better. It was pretty clean. But this that entry right here. But I had to step away. And then boom, it's shot through. It's gone. But that would have been my play today. I mean, I've been sitting in the bed all day waiting for this. Try to go make something to eat, and then boom, gone. But yeah, that was my would have been my play of the day. You see how clean this is? Look left, you see these highs? That's where the money was. The price dropped all the way down to a discount. See, this how I drew my field to let me know where I'm at on the chart. So price is right here. See where I put this at? It dropped all the way down to like right here. Let me take this off. So when price dropped below 50%, we're looking for buy setups on a smaller time frame. So this was the range from this high to this low, week to week. When price is below 50%, you need to be looking for a buy setup. When price is above 50%, you need to look for a sell setup on a smaller time frame. So I knew where I was at on the chart. Even though we on the 2 minute, I know where we at. Price is very cheap right now. It's at a major discount. So I'm looking for price to turn around to go the other way. Because the algorithm is programmed to go from being expensive to being cheap, from being cheap to being expensive. That's how price is really moving. So you don't need no indicators or nothing like that to tell you how price is gonna move. You know, it's going constantly going back from being cheap to being expensive to being. I mean, it's being expensive to being cheap, from being cheap to being expensive, from being expensive to being cheap, from being cheap to being expensive. It's going back and forth constantly. So when you hear me say like we be we be playing like ping pong and stuff like that, that's what I mean. So right now, if I was to draw the field like this, like where did we come from? We came from this discount low down here. Price is very cheap. Where we at right now? The range is like this now. So you see this whole area right here. Price price is above that 50%. So we consider that a premium market. So we looking for sales now. You get what I'm saying? This was that play for the day. This was a nice little leg right here. Let me see. Let's say a 411. I think that's 400 and yeah, 411 ticks or points. That was a nice lead. I ain't gonna even hold you. That was a nice lead today. That was a nice lead. Let me see. Let me go to the trading view now. Oh yeah, Rev, if you still here, throw me up here. What you want me to look at? But that's what I was looking at on 30. Which one?
Um,
It don't matter. It's all the same. Let's see.
and you got NZD SUD, NZD USD.
Yeah, I can look at that. Let's see. NZD. Oh, it says I already have it. Okay. All right. So let me just delete all this. I always start off on your daily, just on the biggest, bigger scheme of things, trying to see where you at on the chart.
If you don't hear anything, I'm just washing dishes.
Oh, okay, you good, you good. Just, scale out, trying to always start off on your day, trying to see where you at, just see what you can see with your eye. But I can see this setup up here, it look clean. I'm just gonna show it. Look at this right here. You got that retail support right there. You got retail support right here. You see how this counter just reached up right here? This little green one. And then the next candle just opened up. It wicked up above these. You see these little equal highs right here? Like this little wick and that wick right there. Money sits above highs and below lows. Let me show you this one right here. It's like an equal high right here too.
Yeah, all I see is indecisions and and dojis. That's pretty much all I see. So that's an indication of reversal.
Okay. So so see like, big money, they have to, they had to make the market. So, you know, they're gonna let you have this little retail support and then retail resistance. And they have to buy, they like let me zoom it in. They have to buy up in order to sell. You get what I'm saying? So they have to buy in order to sell. You see this green candle that I got highlighted? Then draw down on this whole candlestick. So they holding their buy position. So the next candle they selling. So they selling it down. So they holding the buy. They in profit on their sales. So this this candlestick is in drawdown. You know how you be in drawdown and the screen is like red. Big money, they don't like being in drawdown. So they had to bring price back up to try to mitigate their negative position. They had to sacrifice money in order to make money. You get what I'm saying? So they need to get as close as possible as they can to break even. So this is that whole gap area right here, this whole red candle. So looking at this is just the daily, for example. We don't trade on the daily. We just trying to. I'm just showing you, this setup right here that I can see with my eye, for example.
Yeah, yeah.
So, so you know, price. So that's our stop run right here. Go to the line chart. What's the second step? You want to see that market structure shift. That's your signal that price gonna go the other way once price close below this little short term low. So we got to break a structure right there. Okay. Now you got to ask yourself, did price leave a gap? You see this big old red counter right here? That's just all sales. All sales. No buyers were offered. So when the next candlestick opened up, you see this right here. This counter is supposed to trade. Each candlestick needs to be traded into fairly. But this red one just slipped all the way down and it closed. So when this candlestick opened up, it supposed to trade into this candlestick right here. You know, buyers and sellers need to be offered in the market at all times. But on this candlestick, it didn't. You get what I'm saying? And you see how I just did that little wick right there. It traded into it a little bit, so you just move it up. But you see how this little blue area is still open, and
Mm.
then this candlestick right here wicked all the way up. Okay, so it's just moving it on up. You know, but yeah, so buyers have been offered into this red candlestick at least about 50% halfway. That's all they need. You know, because big money they never gonna lose in these markets. But yeah, so soon you could trade anywhere in this little blue area. So if I was to just leave it, if I was to just leave it right down that whole candlestick right there, and just stretch it out in the future, in the future,
If
it had.
looking at NZD USD, what do you think? It's what do you think? The next move is
What's the next move?
looking at the daily time frame and everything like that.
Oh, I'm about to show you. Oh shoot, trading view got an update. God damn, ain't look at all these emojis. Y'all see that? What
Mm.
the word? That's crazy. Oh, we definitely finna go crazy now. Let me see. I'm finna show you. It's at a discount though. So say we got an entry right there. What would we put our stop loss? It's gonna be too big, so I ain't gonna even show you. Uh, but yeah, entry right there. If prices at a premium, we take profit at a what? At a discount, meaning the lows. I'm about to show you. That's where the money at. You gotta ask yourself where the money at. See these little wicks, you know, for retail traders, what would they put their stop loss if they buying? Right below this little low one, right below this little wick one. So that's where the money's at. This little low right here. Stop losses. Sit above that line. I mean below that line. So prices driven to these areas and like these little gaps, and then you just watch. Trust the setup. Price should go down to a discount to a cheaper price. Why? Because the algorithm is programmed, to move in that way. And then you see all these black lines that I marked up.
Mm.
Look to the right. Look left. Look left to get right. It would have smashed all your targets. Hit all your TP areas.
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
And then let me show you where we at right now. So on the daily, so you see where we came from up here. We dropped all the way down to a what? Let me show you this. So if I was to draw a field from this high, where do we come from? Where we stopped at? We stopped way down here. Remember
Mm-hmm.
how I was talking about that 50%? Anything below 50% is considered a discount market. So when we say discount, that means we're looking for a buy setup on a smaller time frame. But you always want to start on the daily to see where you at on the chart. But I'm gonna show the setup down here, this buy down here. So you gotta work your way down. So you gotta, 4 hours. You trying to see where can you get in at. Oh, so I can see it, it's too easy. So 4 hours. See this whole area right here? This is your whole focus area right here. Even though we was on the daily, you know, price is fractal. So whatever you see on the higher time frames, you can see on the 1 minute, the smaller time frames. You get what I'm saying? So when we drew the, I'm gonna show you like this. So we drew the field. We was like this. Where we come from, where we stopped at. So we knew we was at a discount. So every time frame gonna have its own market structure. So but you want to do it from your most recent swing high to swing low. So you could have did it like this instead of doing it from all the way up there. It doesn't make a difference because price was still at a what? So I was drew it from my most recent swing high to swing low. Price still at a discount. You see that? We still below 50%. We still below 50%. So this little blue area that I had drew out, that's your focus area. So you should be looking for buy setups in that little area. So 4 hours, you're just trying to see what you can see. And you could be marking up your take profit areas. Let me show you this. Mark up your take profit areas, as it keep breaking down. It's at a discount. So go ahead and mark up where you want to get at the market at. Where the money at? You see all these little short-term highs, like here. So as prices breaking down, just getting very cheap, you know, all these people up here, they in profit on their retail resistance every time, got a double top, it's selling off, another equal high, sold off, it's selling off. So all these people up here, they in profit. So, they better take profit because guess what? When price drop down to a discount, eventually it's gonna go back up to a premium. You get what I'm saying? Like it's
Fact.
like big money. It's like big money. They wipe the board, so it's like they buy it up just to sell it back down. But
Mm.
you see what had these black lines at? You know, they gonna leave these highs. You know, they gonna design these highs, and guess what? They gonna come back and get it later in the future. You get what I'm saying? Once they take price down and they take enough profit and they take the trade the other way, they gonna take you out the market. This is how prices book is delivered. It's constantly going from a premium back down to a discount, and then from a discount, it's gonna go back up to a premium. So it's like you follow it. So boom, we on the 1 hour. So on the 1 hour, we marked up our take profit areas. So now we're trying to see where can we get in at. So you know, we get our entries on the smaller time frames. Like what I mean by that is sometimes it just depends on the setup. Like it can be the 1 hour, it can be the 30 minute, it can be the 15 minute, it can be the 5 minute or the 1 minute. Or if you trade in futures, it can be the seconds. It just depends on how the price action look. Whichever time frame is the cleanest, that's the one I play.
Mm.
So I'm just constantly cycling through the time frame just to see what I can see. So boom, right here. So boom, right here in this little area right here. You gotta have an eye, and sometimes you gotta be real quick. Let me show you this. Same thing that we've been talking about. What's this below lows? See, we on the 15 minute. Okay, I understand this price action right here. So look at this. Got that consolidation right there. That retail support. They think it is going to the moon. They had the duration right, but they weren't patient enough for big money to get in. So you see how these three count. This one whole candlestick. You know, even though we on a smaller time frame, you see how price just slammed down. What did they drop down to? What did they do to these traders right here? They
It
blew
just
their account.
it just took them out.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I'm finna feel it with these emojis. Let me see what I want to use. Man, they had all this on here. Dang, I'm just gonna put this one right here. Boom, we took their money right there. So let me show you this. What the 30 minute look like. Just to see, look. You see that whole red candle? That's one whole candlestick right here. That's the
Mm.
manipulation. Even though we was on what was that? 15 minute, 15 or the 5. Yeah, 15 minute. You see that those three candles? That's one whole candlestick. Price is fractal. You remember I was talking about what you see on the higher time frame, you can see on the 1 minute or the 15 on the smaller time frames. It's all fractal. So that's our stop run. That's the first step. You need to see retail traders again taking out the market first. Now you waiting for a market structure shift. So as price is going down, look, it did it again right here. Another, small little manipulation right here. This red candle right here. You see that? Sell down. They got to sell in order to buy. So now you got to exercise the price break structure. See this little short term high right here? Um, See this little short term high right here?
Mm.
Price to the right closed above it. Now you got to ask yourself, the price leave a gap? See this green counter right here? It was right here. So let me just do this so you can see. So when this is happening, once I let me zoom this up. So once it's forced down over here, it stop all these traders out over here. Now you waiting for a market structure shift. So price sold down again. The next candle opened up, shot up. Did we break structure? Boom. Yes, we did. So when the next candlestick opened up, trade back into this green candle. You remember how I was talking? Each candlestick need to get traded into fairly. So this is like all buys. So when the next candlestick opened up, it should offer sellers into this candlestick. So when that happen, we know where we at. Right. If I zoom it out, price is at a discount. It's at its lowest point. You get what I'm saying? You wanna sell at a high. You wanna buy at a low. Are we at a low? Yeah, we at a low. So that's how you need to look at it. So so soon as it taps into it, you could play. So boom, we got three positions. There we go. There we go. So we got our entry right here. Entry right here. I'm gonna show you the risk to reward. We went long. Stop loss got to be right below that little wick right there. This little wick. Here you go. Get a trade. Let's give it a bigger. Let's make it more reasonable. Cause that junk did say like 7 or 8. You can trade them in this way. You can have some really low risk rewards. You know small stop losses, but be realistic. You know having those five point stop losses, you might get stopped out a couple of times. So they said we have, let's say 7. Let's at least 15. Get a trade some space. Breathing room. All right, go back to that. And you got to keep in mind prices on the we on the 15 minute. You might have higher take profit areas on on the bigger time frame. We just zoomed in on the we got our entry on a smaller time frame, but you see all them black lines. That's where the money's at on a bigger, like on the 1 hour. All right, play it up. So these little highs right here. That's where the money's at, and right here, this little wick right here. So those are TPs. If price is at a discount, it should go up to a premium. And then you got to trust the setup. We know where we at on the chart. 90% of traders lose. They don't know what we know. We got the sauce. So boom, right here. We ran out these highs right here. Boom, took out these people right here. And you see how it's up right now? This could have been your target right here. You could have been out the market. Boom, target achieved. Take your money and run. You don't necessarily have to hold it the whole way, even though we know where the money at. Because sometimes, price won't get to those areas. You know, you might want to push down and go back up again. Sometimes it won't be ready. You get what I'm saying? But, always, take what the market gives you because nothing is guaranteed. But you see how prices just chopping like this, and then it just, shoot to the other side. It's constantly seeking for liquidity, like orders. It's constantly going back and forth, searching for pending orders in the market.
Yeah.
And you see how prices coming all the way back down close to your entry. Don't let it, So say for example, it gave you $1,000 on this leg right here. Don't let it come back down to your entry or hit you out at break even, and you ain't secure none of that. You get what I'm saying? Always pay yourself. Don't let a winning trade turn into a loser. You get what I'm saying? 90% of traders, you know, think every trade gonna be a home run. No, that's not how it works.
What's up,
That's
baby?
not how it works.
Water?
But if you patient enough, you can't hold it like that. See if you can hit your target and hit that gap up there. Let's see what the 30-minute look like. So this TP got hit right here. Let's move it right here. Money six above this high. Let's see
Is
if you
that
still got that gap over there.
is, is that the current price right now, or
Oh, I'm showing you the buy that happened. I
that's the
think it was
replay?
today.
Okay.
Yeah. So you gotta have that eye to see that. I can show you all these setups. Now I don't even trade this right here because these concepts apply to any market. So and you see how I just did that. Don't let it come back to your entry like that. Don't let a winner turn into a loser.
Well, I think that's the problem
Mm.
with a lot of traders. You know what I mean? They think they can make more money, so they just keep holding it until it goes back and take it out.
Yep, holding and praying, holding and praying. I see an entry right here. It's two right there. At another stop run, market structure shift. Go to the line chart right here.
It's like a double bottom right there.
Price left a gap right here. Traded it back into it. Let's see, let's see, can it go? Oh, so you strictly just trade patterns?
Yeah, I trade patterns, candlesticks,
Ooh,
support
look at that.
resistance, and stuff like that. But I look at everything, like flag, you name it. Like I look at literally everything.
Also, take that right here.
And
Go
went
get
right
that
up.
entry.
They went right up there to take the money back. Jesus.
Yep. Every time.
I
That's
swear,
how
man.
prices
These,
program.
these banks, man, they crooks.
Every single time. They never gonna trade the way they change. I hope they don't change the way they trade because this you can clearly see it in the price how how it's constantly going back and forth. But you
Yeah.
see, it's the same setup. So stop run right here. We ran out some kind of lows.
Mm,
We got a market structure shift right here. See this little short term high right here.
mm.
Price to the right, closed above it. Now you
Yep.
gotta ask yourself, did price leave a gap? It did right here on this little blue area that I highlighted. Price traded back to it for that retest. You get your entry right here. Your your stop loss got to be right below the little low. Keep in mind we on a smaller time frame. You know, you want to give it some space. But let's just say we put it right here. This little wick that's like 8 point SL.
What I
Then
see
where the money is.
what I see is it went down and it created a W and then it just went right up. That's what I see. If you look all the way, yeah, if you look all the way to the back, that big red candle went all the way down, created a double bottom, and then spiked right up. That's where everybody was buying at the double bottom, when he created a W.
So 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 you said a W. So where would you have entered it at?
I would have entered at that spinning top right there. Go to the
What
right.
that?
Go to the right real quick. No, all the way down a little bit more to the right. That right, that little red spinning top.
Oh, it's someone up here.
No, go down right there. That's a spinning top. I would have bought right there.
But how
Because
would you
it
would have
created it
known?
because it created so what it did was it went all the way down, it collected all the liquidity, and then it created a double bottom. So that's a bottom right there. If you go to the left, go to the left a little bit, you see that green candle. Go to that. Okay, so right there, that's the bottom, and then it went up a little bit, came back down again. So right there, let me see. Go to the left. Yeah, you see that right
Oh,
there?
to my
It
right here.
went down. It went down right here, right? And then it did a quick pullback, right? And then it came back down again, and then it created a spinning top, which is an indecision of when people when the market don't know what to do right now, and then when you see that green candle, that's when people are gonna start buying.
Okay.
So
So you
I
said
would
you
have
would
bought
end.
from the indecision candle. That's a spinning top, meaning that the selling is not strong anymore. So it's time to buy, and then you'll know if it's a buy when that green candle starts to form. So I would have bought from. I would probably would have. I mean, the best idea is to buy from there, but people will actually buy from that green candle, the next green candle. That's where they would have bought because it created a double bottom, and then it's time to buy. That's when people would have bought a whole lot.
Okay. So what would you have put your stop loss at?
If I would okay, so if I would have bought from the green candle, right?
Oh, you would have bought from right here. Okay.
If I would have bought from green candle, I would have went down. I would have went. You see that the indecision candle, that red spinning top candle. I would have went down there and put my stop loss even a little bit further down to put my stop loss because what it
Okay.
can do, it can go up, stop me out, and then go back up. So I would put it down a little bit more.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And if you put that
And then
line, it's
you see how
if you put that
what you
line
say?
again, it still created a double bottom. So that's 100% sure it's gonna go up. I don't know if you
Okay.
got the line thing on the graph, the line graph. I don't usually use it. I usually use a candlestick.
Oh,
Yeah, if you see that, if you come in close enough, you see that. You see where you put You see that? You see it right there.
my blue box. Oh, you talking about right here?
That's a double bottom right there, and people will buy as soon as they find that double bottom. People would have bought even more. So if you would have missed the first entry, they would have bought from that second entry.
Okay. Okay. And then this that proof that big money got behind the move. You see how price just exploded up to the
Yep.
upside.
And
We can't do that. We can't do that. And where did they go? Look left to get right. See how price
yeah,
wick right here.
yeah, because that's a big gap. They got to clear that gap. It's a huge gaps because all they did was it sell really hard, and then they got to collect the money. Got to go back to collect that liquidity, pretty much.
Oh yeah. Yep. Boom. Look. Where did they go? Where did they go?
Facts.
Look all the way to
I'm telling you, Brandon, they crooks, man.
see that perfect to the T. And then you see we got this entry wheel here. It never took us out, but it all it did was, it just went sideways this whole time.
Crazy,
And then it just
consolidated and range like crazy, and just you know, it's crazy. Like if you like, it's crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. A lot of people, that I know, they want to hold the money, because they say, what if it's keeps going up or keeps going down, so
yeah.
I would have, me, I probably would have held, which is not good, you know.
Oh, this on fire.
Hey, I'm on the phone.
Who? Let's see. But you see how that this is how
I,
prices,
I can't see. All right, I can see now.
that's what retail traders be saying. They be like, buy the dip.
Yeah,
Just buy the dip. It's gonna go to the moon. Buy the dip. Well, yeah, this is how prices book. Every day the algorithm is constantly seeking for liquidity. It's going from a premium up here. It's gonna drop down to a discount, and then it's gonna go from a discount up to a premium. In between premium and discount, it's filling in these little gaps.
yeah.
That's That's all that's happened.
I
Nothing too
like,
crazy.
you know, I don't mind buying the dip. I don't just go on buying the dip. I really try my best to. You see how you look from right to left. That's pretty much like how I trade. I always look from right to left to see where the gap at. I always look for a nice gap. and that's pretty much how I trade.
Yeah. And then this one little trade right here was almost a 7 to 1.
Facts. It's just that's a beautiful buy.
You risk $8 to gain 60. Depending on what you risk. Uh, you know, that could have been, $60. That could have been $600. That could have been 6K. That could have been 600K, depending on what you risk.
And what's your
You know,
what's your risk? What lot size and stuff like that would you risk for? What is this? Is that the 5 minute? The what? The 1 minute? What time frame is it?
yeah, this is a 30 minute.
So the 30
That
minute
was a
time
30
frame.
minutes.
That's the what would you risk in a 30-minute time frame?
It just depends on the candlestick.
Okay.
You know, it just depends on the setup. Like, if it's like this big counter right here. It just depends on how the candlestick look. I put my stop loss right below that little low. We'll give it some space. It just depends on
Okay.
the candlestick.
Hmm.
You know,
I know in
nothing.
I know in the forest industry they always say to risk like 2 to 5%. I know some people that risk like 15 to 50%. But I was curious, what would you risk if it was you?
Like 5%.
Okay, yeah, that's really reasonable and realistic. Okay.
Yeah, I ain't trying to go too crazy. I ain't finna risk the whole account on one trade. I'm not crazy.
Yeah, yeah, that's what a lot of people do is risk the whole darn thing.
Like if it don't look like this, I'm not even getting in. From what I be, going over with that stop run, market structure shift, did it leave a gap on
Hmm.
that little leg? When
Hmm.
it come back to it, I play. If it don't do all that, I'm not getting in the trade. Just depends on where I'm at on the chart. It's very important to know you at on the chart. That's your signal. This premium or discount, sell
Well,
or buy.
all that
That's this.
all that consolidation I see is just like, what is that demand? Pretty much.
Like it's accumulating a bunch of orders,
Yeah.
like trapping people, and then it's gonna stop them out, shift gap play, and it's gonna go the other way.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
all it's doing.
Okay.
Nothing too crazy.
Well, by looking at this market, this NZD, this is NZD USD, right?
Yeah.
What do you see the overall um market? What do you think the overall trend is? I mean, I know. What do you think?
Well, you see, we got our entry way down here. If I was to draw a field from this low all the way up to the high,
Hmm.
well, right now it look like it's at a discount from where it's at. Let me go back to the 1 hour.
Okay.
Yeah, but you see how look that's where it go up to it came up, it hit these, took these highs out. This right here, this one's still open. But you see the entry we did our surgery on the smaller time frame was way
Yeah.
down here. And if you would have aimed for all that up there, if you was patient, you said you a swing trader. If you was patient enough to hold it I can't hold it that whole way. I would have been like, let me get out this trade. That was a nice little move right there, 13 to 1.
Hmm.
Not too many people can do that. So you can hold trades for that long, for the whole, to see if it can hit all your targets up. You can hold it the whole way like that. Because you said you be
If
swing
you
trading.
asked the question, you asked if I could hold it like that.
Yeah, can you hold the
Yeah,
trade for
I
that
got.
long like
Yeah,
that? You said
my patience ridiculous.
okay.
I got 3 kids, so my patience is up there.
Oh, okay. But you
Yeah,
see where we came from? So
yeah.
this we came from a discount. We went all the way up to a premium. So this is the whole premium area up here. That's our sales zone up there.
That's
But
nothing but yeah, it's a lot of supply. Yeah.
oh yeah. So keep in
Well, I
mind, you
see.
see, look at that. Yeah, I see that. Bunch of
Well,
stop losses
that's
set for that. But
so I said
but
I see that double top when I see that wick, and I think if I'm not mistaken, when it comes to like wicks, there's something called I forgot what it's called, hanging man or whatever it's called, or something else. So I would have went on that because that looks like a double top, and that looks like a major resistance. It's not breaking the resistance, and it actually created candlestick pattern. So that would be like a major reversal.
Oh, okay. So, you know, so we know. So let me show you this. So, we came from over here,
Yep.
discount to premium. Now it went from a premium to drop down to a what? See how we drop below 50%? The range is
Hmm.
gonna constantly change. It's not gonna always be the same. So we dropped down to a premium. So you should be looking for buys over here.
Hey, hey, Brandon. I don't know if the Jitsi already said it, but I was gonna be like, you might want to stop the live stream on YouTube before it don't save it if it's still going.
Yeah, it's still going.
Like you remember, hour in it be cutting off.
All right. But time and price is very important. So right now, price is at a discount. Uh, I see it still going up higher to take out these highs up here.
Is that where the price is at right now, or is that replaced
Yeah,
up?
this what price is currently at right now.
It looks
It's
like
at a
okay.
discount right now,
Well, it
so
looks
I can
like
see it going up, take out
okay.
these highs.
What do you